everyone, welcome to my presentation on the impact of nuclear energy on environment and society. So this is the basic outline. So firstly we will be discussing the introduction, then the objectives, literature review, case study, discussion and conclusion, and then the references. So introduction. Nuclear energy is the energy which is extracted from the nucleus of an atom. There are two ways to extract this energy, that is nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. Generally in nuclear power plants, fission process takes place and from that the power is extracted. There are many problems, major problems related to this nuclear energy and to nuclear power plants. These problems can be subcategorized as economic problems, environmental problems and social problems. Coming to the economic problems, so when a nuclear power plant is set up, there is a huge capital cost involved. So that is a very major financial risk problem. Then the waste disposal cost is also a major cost related to nuclear power plants. So the waste generated by nuclear power plants is highly radioactive and this cannot be disposed so easily and in open spaces. It has to be treated and well should be sealed in concrete containers and then should be disposed of in the deep seas. Then there also comes the plant decommissioning cost. When the plant is very old and there are chances of failure of plant, it should be decommissioned before any major trouble happens. Coming to the environmental problems, there are chances of nuclear accidents involved with these nuclear power plants. As we already know, the nuclear catastrophes of Chernobyl, and the recently Fukushima power plant disaster in Japan. It was a major nuclear explosion, and due to these nuclear explosions, there are chances of people in all the living beings being exposed to the radiations, which can cause several diseases which are harmful for everyone. Then comes the major problem, as we have discussed only, the method for disposal of radioactive waste. And coming to the social problems, so whenever a large power plant is constructed of this size, there is a huge amount of relocation of people. People are to be relocated before the power plant can be set up, and also within 30-kilometer radius the population has to be reduced. 30-kilometer radius of the power plant population has to be reduced because there are radiation leakage during the normal operation of the plant, and it can cause you again some diseases. Again, another problem is of the land, air, water pollution related to this nuclear power plant, because the waste generated by the nuclear power consists of heavy elements which when disposed on land will cause land pollution, when dumped in water will cause water pollution, and the fumes from the power plant can also cause air pollution. So this is a map of the nuclear power plants located in India. So as you can see, in the north there is a Narora plant. So this plant is divided based on the seismic zones. So as you can see, the pink zone is the most prone seismic zone, so there are chances of earthquakes are there. Then comes the zone 4, the green zone, then the yellow zone, and of the least concern is the blue zone, zone 2. So in India there are many plants located in the zone 4, although no nuclear power plant is located in zone 5. So there is Narora power plant in UP. So it lies in zone 4, and if some major earthquake happens in that area, so there are chances of nuclear disaster. There is also a nuclear power plant, one of the major nuclear power plant in India, Jetapur, that is 6 into 1650 megawatt in Maharashtra. That is also located in green zone, and it is both of earthquake and on tsunami because it is located at the shore. Similarly, the power plant of Kudankullum in Tamil Nadu is located on the shore, although it lies in zone 2, which is the least prone zone for the earthquake, but it is located very near to the coastal region, so there are chances of tsunami and a major threat to that power plant. So it has to be taken care that by the government of India that special precautions are taken before for these major threats to these plants. Coming to the objective of the presentation, the objective of this presentation are get an idea about the overall status of nuclear energy in the world. Then second is like understand the economic impact of the nuclear energy on our society. Third, get an idea about the health and environmental effects of nuclear energy. Fourth, discuss about the problems of nuclear waste and its related climatic change. Coming to the literature review, so the first review is on the paper Nuclear Power, Economics, Safety, Health and Environmental Issues of Near-Term Technologies by Professor M.V. Ramana. So in this paper, the author discusses about the current trend in the nuclear world. So the nuclear capacity of world currently stands at 372 gigawatts. Secondly, according to International Energy Agency, at a construction cost of about $2,000 per kilowatt and a discount rate of 9.6%, nuclear power cost more than the coal-based plants by 0.6 cents per kilowatt. So we can see that it is not economic to build new nuclear power plants compared to the coal power plant. Although there is a lot of misconception also among the world and also in India that nuclear energy is cheaper than the coal-based plants, but it is not like that. Now, also nuclear power plants have higher capital cost, whereas the coal-based plants have higher operating cost. So, a huge investment is required for the startup for building a new power plant, nuclear power plant, and this pose a risk, a financial risk to our society. So, if we have invested a lot of amount of money in that project, nuclear power plant project, and in future if the nuclear power plant fails, there is a huge financial problems and it is a problem of economics for the country. Then coming to the health problems, there are health problems related to the gamma radiations, and from various papers it is on various studies it is seen that as the number of nuclear plants have increased in the world, the cases of cancer, thyroid cancers, leukemia and mutations in cells have increased drastically. Also in this paper it is discussed that although in nuclear power plants, all the nuclear power plants have a maximum set limit on radiation of 1 millisievert per person per year, which leads to an increase in the chance of cancer by only 0.005% per year, but yet there are some studies which indicate a greater risk, in a greater rising risk of cancer in the people living nearby these plants. Then comes the problem of radioactive nuclear waste. This cannot be easily dumped into any geographical repository because these radiations can pass to most of the elements, most of the things that surrounds them. So the waste disposal is a very major problem related to this nuclear energy. Recently, GNEP, Global Nuclear Energy Partnership, came with a new tech on this nuclear reactors of fast neutron reactors based nuclear power plant, which tries to reduce the nuclear waste by reusing the plutonium waste of the power plant, but the project failed to give promising results. Finally, in this paper is important and the review is important because it points out the major economic and social problems related to the nuclear energy for entire world. So although everybody knows about the nuclear waste, but not everyone knows about the cost difference between these nuclear power plants and coal-based power plants, and how a huge capital cost is required for construction of these nuclear power plants. So this is the another literature survey done on a book called The Power of Promise by M.V. Ramana. So this book focuses on problems related to nuclear energy in the Indian context. It discusses about the various flaws in the Department of Atomic Energy India and how DAE is hiding all the facts about nuclear energy from the people of India and spreading the wrong information that nuclear energy is completely safe. It also exposes the DAE inefficiencies by pointing out that it was already decided, it was already estimated by the DAE that till the year 2000, 43.5 gigawatt of power production will be done from the nuclear based power plants. But till 2000, actually it achieved only 2.7 gigawatt targets. A huge amount of money was involved during this time for the proper working of the nuclear power plant, but still it only attained a 2.7 gigawatt target. So we can see how this posed a great threat to Indian economy. Then a chapter in the book also discusses about the history of the Indian nuclear program. So it discusses about the rivalry in the ideas between Homi Bhabha and Meghnad Saha. So both were scientists, but their ideas didn't match. Meghnad Saha approached the engineering projects in a democratic way, in a liberal way, and he wanted liberalization of this energy. But Homi Bhabha was not in favor of this. He did not want to disclose these kind of things to the general public, and due to the friendship between the Homi Bhabha and his friend Jawaharlal Nehru, the future Prime Minister of India, Meghnad Saha's ideas were completely ditched. It was Homi Bhabha only who first unknowingly claimed in India that nuclear energy is safe, cheap and clean form of energy compared to fossil fuels. So from that point only, a misconception in Indians developed that nuclear energy is safer as compared to other source of energy. But this is not the true fact as discussed from this book. The author then talks about how DAE is now promoting the use of fast neutron breeder reactors, which have some serious design flaws, and also they have failed in the test stage only. But still, DAE is promoting these kinds of reactors to be used in the future nuclear reactors in India. So we can see how DAE is putting the lives of Indians in danger. It also talks about how DAE is focusing more on new nuclear reactors in spite of recent disasters such as Fukushima. So instead of taking a lesson from these past events of Chernobyl and Fukushima, India should reduce the number of upcoming plants, but DAE is still promoting the construction of new nuclear plants and causing a serious threats to the people living in India. So this book review is very important because it discloses the real flaws in the Indian nuclear program. So nowhere will find these type of issues in the Indian context. So generally all the papers discusses the issues in the general world, but this book is related to Indian nuclear program, so we can get an idea about how and all the political parties and most of the political parties of India are misusing their power without caring about the lives of Indian people. Then comes the case study on Kudankulam nuclear power project. So basic overview first. So Kudalkulam is a place in Tirunelveli district of Tamil Nadu, located 25 km northeast of Kanyakumari and 35 km from Nagarkoli. It houses a nuclear power plant KNPP of 1864 megawatt capacity. The, from the starting only, this project was heavily criticized by the local people. The criticism was because of the following reasons. Firstly, the KNPP consists of VVR 1000 reactors, which were already internationally criticized for their design flaws, and all the researchers have said that there is a great chance that these kinds of reactor will cause a problem in the near future. Then in 1988, this nuclear power plant was expected to cost rupees 6,000 crores, but in 1998 its cost escalated to rupees 15,500 crore, which was a huge blow to Indian economy at that time. So we can see how the cost escalated and nothing could be achieved by that. This KNPP, why this KNPP is criticized by the local people, and for the safety of the people of India, no major steps are being taken by the government. And we can see in this picture is of KNPP only, so we can see how close this power plant is to the sea, and if the tsunami occurs, God knows what will happen. Coming to discussion and conclusion, from this presentation it is clear that nuclear energy is not environment friendly. The major problem is of nuclear waste, but yet there is another major problem with this. Many researchers have claimed and many studies have claimed that some countries are using these nuclear power plants for developing nuclear weapons, and we all know that nuclear weapons are a major threat to our society. So we can see why the development of new nuclear plants should be restricted. The only solution to this problem on the impact of this nuclear energy on society and environment is educating the people about its danger. If everybody knows what are the problems with the nuclear energy, they will definitely speak against it. And in conclusion, we can keep a less focus on the development of the nuclear energy and upcoming of the nuclear power plant, and we can put our focus more on the renewable sources of energy such as solar, wind, which are, we all know, as these are very environment friendly sources of energy and causes less pollution as compared to nuclear energy, and also no dangers of radiations are there. So these sources of energy can be promoted instead of nuclear energy. These are the references which I have used in the presentation.